But before walking out the door, I say, "You are an old bitch and I fucking hate you." And then I walk out. And then I got suspended for 3 days. Story time on the first time I ever got suspended from school. It was 6th grade in my art class, right? And I had this art teacher. She was mean, she was old, feel like she was low-key racist. Okay, so boom. We had a project where we had to draw superheroes and we were learning about perspective. So we were drawing superheroes like flying upwards like this, drawn in perspective because we were learning about perspectives, right? I didn't finish my project from the previous week, but I did not know that when I went to art class this week that she was going to have us finish those projects, right? So of course I did not come prepared. I didn't know. I just thought we were going to be learning the next lesson. But I get into class and she tells me, "Hey, you have to finish your project." I'm like, cool. So she hands me my project, and then after she walks away, I stand up to go get the colored pencils I need to finish my project. This woman says, "You're supposed to raise your hand before you get up." All right, I'm sorry. That's exactly what I said. I'm sorry, I'll raise my hand next time. No, she wants to take it a step further. She goes, "No, you have to sit down and raise your hand, and then when I call on you, then you can get up and get the colored pencils." And I'm like, I already got the colored pencils though, so why can't I just sit down and finish my project like you told me to? And she's like, "No, you have to put the pencils back, sit down, raise your hand, and then wait till I call on you, and then give you permission to get the colored pencils." All right, you win. So I go ahead and I do that, right? Go back to my desk. I'm raising my hand, raising my hand, raising my hand. Why does this bitch ignore me for a full 5 minutes? And I'm like, okay, fuck it. Since you want to ignore me, I'm just going to stand up, go get the colored pencils I need, and then finish my project like you told me to. She has a problem with this again. "Didn't I tell you?" That's where she got me fucked up. She started yelling, "Didn't I tell you that you have to wait until I call on you?" And I tell her, "Hey, you sat here and ignored me for 5 minutes. You wanted me to finish this project. I'm trying to finish it." So I stand up again, go get the color pencils, sit back down. She tells me to get back up, go put the color pencils back, sit back down, and then raise my hand again. And I'm like, I'm not finna do that. I do that anyway because I'm 12, right? And she is really picking a fight with me. So I put the color pencils back and I sit back down, raise my hand. Why does she ignore me again? Why did she ignore me again? And there's a nice kid sitting right next to me, right? He goes, "Hey, I have black and yellow colored pencils. You can just borrow mine." I needed just black and yellow colored pencils. That's all I needed. 2 colored pencils, y'all. 2 colored pencils. That's all I needed. And this boy offers me them. And I'm like, "Thank you." She goes, "No, take those colored pencils back. You're not allowed to share them with her. She needs to learn how to raise her hand and follow directions." All right, so this is where I started cussing her out, right? I'm just like, first of all, why are you being such a bitch? That was my question. Why are you being such a bitch? She's like, "Oh, so we're calling people bitches now." I'm calling the principal. She pulls on the little intercom. I don't know if schools still have the fucking pull string intercom things, but that's what we had back then. She pulls the string to the intercom and she's like, "I'm sending her down to the principal's office because she's being insubordinate." Okay. So anyways, I packed up my shit and I walked out of the door. But before walking out the door, I say, "You are an old bitch and I fucking hate you." And then I walk out. And then I got suspended for 3 days. And the craziest part of this whole story is my parents did not have my back. My parents heard I got suspended. Immediately, I get punished. My mom's yelling at me. My dad's yelling at me. My dad whoops me later that night, actually. And they're interrogating me. They're like, "Why didn't you have the colored pencils you needed before you went into art class? If you know you're going into art class, why didn't you get your art supplies?" Well, I went to a big-ass middle school, okay? So the class I was coming from was on the whole other side of the building from the class I needed to go to, right? And we had 3 minutes between bells to get our shit out of our lockers for our next class. So you do the math, right? If I have 3 minutes and I'm going to art class where she provides the supplies I need, why would I be late to class getting colored pencils? My parents didn't use that logic with me that day, though. I just straight up got in trouble. I remember when they were at the school with me, getting all my stuff out of my locker because I got suspended. My dad found a pack of colored pencils in my locker, and he was like, "See, you had colored pencils this whole time, so why didn't you bring these to art class?" Again, She provides the colored pencils. And again, I did not know I was going to need to finish that project that day. So that day, nobody had my back. Not my teacher, not the school, not my parents. Nobody had my back. And that's why that's still crazy to me. Even thinking about it as an adult, I'm like, that teacher was very blatantly trying to abuse the very little power she had over me. She was trying to just abuse her power because I wasn't even a bad kid. I got in trouble a lot in class for talking with my friends. And in those instances, yes, I did cuss out my teachers a few times. It was deserved. As a fully grown adult with a fully developed brain, I can fully say that shit was fucking deserved. It was. Because why are you literally preventing me from finishing the project that you told me to finish when I walked into class? Nobody wanted to use that logic. Everybody just wanted me to get in trouble that day. But yeah, I ended up getting suspended for 3 days. Went back to her class after 3 days. They made me apologize to her. To this day, I'm not sorry.